0845 102 101 is the number to call. It is the Real Radio Football phone, and it's the time you've been waiting for. Regular callers to the show, they've got their own little fan clubs across the country. Tonight they cross swords. Two Celtic fans, Aidan Pollock, Sean from Denniston, and for the first time ever they're not singing from the same hymn sheet. They disagree on something. Aidan, how you doing?
I'm alright, Ian.
You alright, buddy? How you doing, Sean?
I'm alright, I know.
Good. So, Aidan.
Aye.
Sean.
What?
Aidan.
Aye.
You think Sean's living in Cloud Cuckoo Land?
Sean, near him, mate. You're probably a really nice guy, but what time do the nurses come round to section you, man? Because what you're saying is awful. Celtic are going to be a football dynasty under Tony Mowbray.
I think if the board give him enough money, we can be a football dynasty. Rangers on their last knees, their last legs, they're finished.
And they're finished, but they're pumping us every which way. So no offence to you, Sean, you probably are a really nice guy, and don't get me wrong, I'd love you to come on this programme and go like that to me, Aidan, I told you, we're champions, and I'd sing Champions League, mate, until the cows came home. That's not happening. Tony Mowbray's off skate, he's gone, he's done, he's finished.
No, he's not. If we win the Scottish Cup, right, the board are going to give him money. I don't give up in that league until it's mathematically impossible.
And I respect you for that, Sean, man, don't get me wrong. That is one of the things I love about you. But you Rangers, they're too good to me. They're no good, but there's something about them. They've got a cause. There's a cause at Rangers, which there's no at Celtic. Rangers have a cause now, and that's that every one of them's playing for a contract under their new owner. That's their cause now, and Celtic don't have one, and Tony Mowbray's took that and made it even 100 times worse. We're god awful right now.
Rangers have cheated us at the league this season.
No, Sean, there's no, don't even bring up the refereeing debate. Don't see, this is no good, Sean, this is no good. The X-Files music, they've no cheated us, we've cheated ourselves. 3 each with Falkirk, 1 each with Dundee United, 2-1 Hibs, 2-1 Hearts, 2-1 Dundee United, 4 each Aberdeen.
I know, we've not been the best this season, but we've been cheated in the Old Firm games.
When? Name me when, go.
Right, the first one. Right,
the first one.
From Maloney.
No, first in, we gave them a 2-goal head start. 2 goals in 10 minutes, they go, big Lubin's a big...
Then we get a penalty, Zingzi, right, 2-1. Then we should get another penalty, 2 each.
No, we shouldn't have.
Aye, we should have.
No, we shouldn't have.
It back in.
It was, but you still gave them a 2-goal head start, and no Nathan McGeady, the crap player that he is, he would have probably missed it.
Oh, way, man. He's magic in his day.
Man, the boy, I've seen milk turn quicker than him, so I have. Boy couldn't cross a road, never mind a ball. He is god awful, man.
No, he's not.
Aye, he is, man. Quicker he goes to the Premier League, the better.
If we get 14 million for him, that's alright. But
if we get 4, see the day we get 14.
What did you say?
14 million? That's what... Alright.
John, see the day we get 14 million for him, I'll be part of the £10 note.
Tottenham wanted to buy him for 14 million.
Right, and see if Tottenham are getting us 14 million for him. See the day we get 14 million for him, I'll be part of the £10 note, Sean. Seriously. I'm telling you, that is shocking. Right, where's your other conspiracy theories? How else have Rangers cheated us at the title this season?
Right, how did Antoine Fortune's goal was disallowed? How was that disallowed,
Alright, I'll give you that. Disallowed goal, big whoop to do. We were up 1-0.
We won that game, it's 27 points.
No, listen to me, Sean, right? We were up 1-0 with 11 minutes. Forget that goal, right? Forget that goal. We're 1-0 up to 11 minutes to go, and we lose a goal 2 minutes later. That's called shoddy defending. That's called being crap. And that's Tony Mowbray's fault. You're 1-0 up and over for him. You're 1-0 up and over for him.
Aidan, you're breaking Sean's heart here.
I'm sorry, Sean, man, but we've been totally abysmal. We are god awful this season. I've seen us play some shocking football, man, but this season has been rubbish.
It's teething problems. He'll sign his own players. Just you wait.
He signed his own players and his own... These young players are even better than the crap ones that we had before.
Right, I'm going to...
Bayern Munich left back, a Dutch internationalist, knows that Edson Braafheid isn't as good as Danny Fox.
Danny Fox, Obi could whip up.
We'll just let them carry on off air. Love them. Love them. They're still arguing. Let's have a listen.
Sean, man, that's okay. Sean.
They'll never see the best side of you.
Right, I was going to leave them, right? And when we come back, we'll see if we're still at it. Don't go anywhere. It's the Real Radio Football 4 Hour. Take your calls through till 8 o'clock tonight.
Who are we going to speak to? Let's speak to Michael, who I think is on the line. Hi, Michael.
Yeah, hi there.
Michael.
I've called once before, but I really just want to put this to bed. I'm a Celtic fan. I was a season ticket holder for Celtic, until about 2 years ago. But I'm also a solicitor, and I can categorically tell you, Rangers maintain their history. It begrudges me to actually say it, but they do. And I think my fellow Celtic fans, jumping to the conclusions, they don't understand what's quite complex company law, really just to sort of fit their own agenda at the end of the day, because they want to see Rangers dead.
The programme was no accident, because that's how a large majority of ordinary football fans see them. And my contention is, Jim, that that's not really reported properly within the newspapers. People that take that view are represented as either bigots or idiots, and I think that's grossly unfair.
Well, I think we'll let you have your viewpoint there, Jerry.
To be fair, Jerry, I would. You're entitled to your opinion, but I will just take what Michael said on it, the lawyer.
Did you hear that, Jerry?
Yes, I did hear that, but I think that, as I say, the Rangers tried.
Jerry, why are you so bothered about this, Jerry? Honestly, why? I mean, the problem you've got, the perception is that there's a section of people, certainly that phone this programme, and you're one of them, utterly obsessed with this. Utterly obsessed. You've got a football team that is in a draw on Thursday morning for the biggest club competition in the world, and you're on here tonight. We're talking about the draw earlier, and you just bang on all the time about Rangers. Utterly obsessed. Why is that?
Darryl, I think part of that is because of remarks that you
No,
made.
it's not, Jerry, because you phone in all the time. You've never talked about Celtic once in the 9 years I've been here.
Well, listen.
No dragging Neanderthals should not be allowed to walk the street, and you're saying it's Neil Lennon's fault. It's the people who beat him up's fault. Can you not get a grip of yourself? You're a disgrace.
Stephen,
you are a disgrace.
Stephen, answer.
Because these people should be walking the street. You could be getting done in the night, and then it'll be a different ball game. What will you be saying then? It's my fault. That's what you're saying. You're saying it's Neil Lennon's fault. It's not. It's the knuckle draggers that beat him up, and you're going to get done in your bum.
Friend, we have your details, your phone number, everything. We will be sending your details to the police. You don't come on this show and threaten me. We're having a debate. Keep his details. They're being forwarded on, you plonker. So the question I was going to ask you before you put the phone down and threaten me, the question I was going to ask you, why has Neil Lennon not pressed charges? Answer that, you bam. 0845 100 2101 is the number to call. Those being kept. Trust me, we will follow up, unlike some others.
Staying in tonight.
No, I'm going out. I'm going out.
We're going to Renfrew now to speak to Alex. Alex?
Ian James.
Hi there.
Stuart. Good evening.
Stuart, you're at it. Restricted view my backside. Whenever you go in St Johnstone Park, there's 1,500 empty seats anyway, so you all go and buy a restricted view ticket, and then you all go and sit where you like. It's like going to the golf with your UB40 in your back pocket. You want a wee bit off, Stuart. Come on now.
I take it you're a Celtic fan.
Come on, Stuart.
I take it you're a Celtic fan.
View ticket, and then you go and sit anywhere you like.
Well, the restricted view ticket that I've got for the Cup game, there will be, you're right, there will be an awful lot of empty seats there because 20,000 Celtic fans will not turn up. Absolutely no question about that whatsoever. Now, the thing about it is, so we're all now used to Celtic fans thinking that everything about their club's perfect, and anybody that criticises them must be a dark force. Well,
Celtic. Dale is a Celtic fan.
A previous Del Boy had phoned up from Edinburgh.
That's right, yep.
My nickname is Del Boy, only I'm from the West Coast. and I thought I was living in the Matrix. Winning the league this year, it's a one-off, and it has been. Winning the league this year is getting 40 million quid because there's no qualifying. One team only qualifies. You don't do 6 banana skin ties. You go straight into the Champions League playoffs, and it's 40 million guaranteed.
Yeah, but I think the point was, Dale, if you win the Europa League, you're in there as well. So it's the same. It would be the same outcome.
Yeah, but I'm talking about financially.
You still, just because it doesn't matter which route you take to qualify. The money is if you get into the Champions League. So the point that was getting made was, yes, the title is crucially important because the winner gets, we hope, automatic access to the group stages. But Rangers would also get that if they won the Europa League. That was the point.
Rangers, if they win the Europa League, will get 8.2 million.
Yes, but they'll then get qualification for next season's Champions League group stages. So add that to the 40 million, and actually you end up with more money than you do if you do it via the Scottish Premiership.
Not if Celtic get 40 million going straight in. 40 million minus 8.2 when I was at school was more than.
Dale, I'll try again. If Celtic win the league, they would get automatic access to the Champions League and the 40 million. You're absolutely correct. If Rangers win the Europa League, they get the 8 million, as you mentioned, plus the 40 million, because they would also get to the group stages of the Champions League next season.
Okay.
Are you religious at all?
I'm Catholic, Roman Catholic.
Do you go to chapel?
I used to go a lot, but I've stopped now, so I can't really say I'm Roman, no, but I'm Catholic.
Okay.
As a Celtic fan from East Kilbride, what did you make of it last night, Craig?
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. I do firmly believe that 10 in a row is still going to happen. If not this year, then probably next year. I just think that Lennon's the right man for the job.
Is there something I'm missing? Some sort of wind up here? 10 in a row next year?
Aye, well, if not this year, then next year.
It's Craig having me on. Is it one of these? How can it be in a row, Craig?
Say again, sorry?
How can it be in a row?
Say to Plano, Ange Postecoglou has come over to Scotland. I know. Ange Postecoglou has come over to Scotland, right?
You're stupid. Really, really stupid. You're stupid. Really, really.
I have lived in my wee estate for 15 years, and in 15 years I have seen maybe two Rangers tops, Rangers scarf, the odd maybe a Union Jack hung out for anything, right? I've just driven out the estate to go and do a job tonight at the dental practice in East Kilbride. The fucking place is hoaching. You think you were in fucking Lark Hall. There isn't a house that doesn't have a fucking Union Jack stuck outside it. Some stupid cunts nailed a Rangers tap to the porch roof. Another one's got fucking Red Hand at Ulster signs up in his window. He's getting his windows fucking panned at the first opportunity. I am livid. I'm doing a ranty-tanty. I have never, in 15 fucking year of living in that estate, I have never seen anything like it. Never. I am fucking disgusted. And I tell you something else, see the cunt that's got the Red Hand Ulster signs up in his window? He's getting fired into the fucking housing office tomorrow, because that's fucking sectarian. Racial prejudice, fucking Red Hand at Ulster, fucking next door to me. I'm telling you now, you fat cunt and fuck. You see, the next time you let your dog out at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning and it starts barking the fucking place down, I'm gonna shoot the fucker. I don't fucking care, you fat lousy fuck. I was being nice to you when you just moved in and just say, oh, it's no bother, it's not a problem, dogs bark, whatever. Fucking Red Hand at Ulster, I'll fucking red hand you right out the fucking fat fucking shorts that you wear, you bastard. I wonder if your fucking work knows about it. Fucking Morrison's is getting phoned or oh, do you know there's a fucking sectarian fat ugly cunt working for you? I'm raging!
Let's go back to the lines. Ian is a Celtic fan on there. Ian, happy with that performance and victory at Hamilton today?
Celtic are going to batter some team. I mean, batter. I mean, the chances the last couple of league games, somebody's going to be on the end of hiding. I'm going to put my neck on the line here. 2nd of January, we're going to beat Rangers. I am very confident. We've got a better team than Rangers. Right, they're 16 points clear as. We've got 3 games in hand. They've not really had a challenge. They got a challenge today, and I actually think Hibs should have got a penalty. But that's just my opinion. No.
Are Rangers a team that are getting the battering that Celtic are due to hand out?
And I know I said somebody's going to get a battering.
That's what I mean, is that Rangers, no? Tell me more about this theory, Ian, that Rangers haven't had a challenge because they've played 20 league games. They've only got 18 to go. So what do you mean they've not had a challenge?
Aye, but they're getting a run of the mill as well. They're getting a lucky green. They've not had they've not had an injury, no COVID or anything like that, no COVID related. Celtic's had everything going on behind the scenes and things like that, Gordon. Yeah. Listen, they're getting help, Hugh. They're getting help off the Scottish FA. The referees have got blue glasses on.
Listen, you've mentioned one game against Dundee United. Rangers have played 20 games. You've only mentioned one game.
No, there's a few games.
All right.
They're getting help along the lines.
So let me get this straight, right? Because as Gordon says, we're quite a way into the season. So 20 games played, 16 points in front with games in hand. Are you apportioning no blame to Celtic over this? This is all about injuries, COVID and referees. Celtic haven't done anything wrong in all of this.
Listen, Celtic haven't been playing well, but yous are all right in the math. They won their games in hand. They beat Rangers on the 2nd of January, which I am confident. I'm putting my neck on the line. It takes it down. If he won the 3 games, beat games against Rangers, it's down to 4 points.
Well, let me turn the question on its head then. Let me turn the question on its head.
They have had injuries though. Where do people get this from?
Ian talks to 6 o'clock tonight, he'll be top of the league.
If Celtic go there, Ian, and lose, would you concede that it's all over?
No, because there's still 2 games to go and they've got other teams to play. No. Alec, I'm going to say something to you. I was getting 3 season tickets, hopefully for 1,800 quid for myself. And my two kids. That is, honest to God, I'll put anybody over the edge, Alec. You know what I mean? It's...
Ian,
we're going through a tough time at the moment.
So I've got my banana friend here, okay, and I want you to tell me if you know what that is.
Aubergine.
You think that's an aubergine? Okay, that's a courgette.
Courgette, sorry.
Okay. You're telling me you don't know what this is?
No, I don't know.
What do you think that is?
Asparagus.
Asparagus? Okay, if I said the second word was apple, would that give you a clue?
Bit apple tree.
It's not an apple tree. No. Right, come on. It begins with B.
Begins with a B.
The next letter is U. Butter.
Butterscotch.
Not butterscotch. Good try.
No.
If I told you the first part of the word was pine.
Apple pine.
It's not apple pine. No. Do you know those fruits and vegetables in that box? That one there, look. What's that?
Pineapple.
That's a pineapple.
So I don't know.
It's a pineapple.
Pineapple.
Have you ever had pineapple?
Yes, I take a lot of chunks.
Yeah, so that's a pineapple. That's what it looks like before you cut it up. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Wow. Okay. Butternut squash?
Butternut squash. That's the one. I knew it was that all along. Happy days. I knew it.
No, that was.
How did you see that game there?
Yeah, it was a decent game. I thought Spurs dominated the majority of the match. Just didn't sort of have a shot and goal really. They were sort of trying to pass the ball in the net the first half. Rangers obviously got a goal, which is a good goal. But the second half it was pretty easy, and they got the 2 goals.
Can it sort out? I mean, obviously for people watching this right now, they might be thinking, right, these are Spurs fans, but they have a Scottish accent. So is there a Celtic connection here? Oh my goodness! This guy is like, I have to protect this guy's like the bravest man in Glasgow right now.
Yeah,
so talk to me about this. Talk to me about this flag here.
Yeah, Celtic fan.
Right.
Spurs, just a soft spot for my papa's team, so.
Right. Okay.
Got a good chance to see them. So.
Aye. And what in terms
I'm
of
a Celtic fan, by the way. Right. I'm actually a Spurs
Don't worry, we're not going to get you lynched. But
and I can only talk for my club, but if anyone can tell me in the 4 games we've played that we don't deserve to be there, or we've been outplayed, or we've looked out of place, then I reckon they're talking from an agenda or from some sort of bias, because the only questions I've had after each of our games is about opportunities missed. The opportunities missed suggests to me that we've got to improve some areas, for sure, 100%. But no, it doesn't say to me that we somehow should think that we don't belong in a competition, that we've earned the right to be.
I think I can smell shite.
500 1025, let's head for Falkirk. Eddie's on the line. Hi, Eddie.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, panel. How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Eddie. Yeah, when I analyse it and you look back, I mean, I think the Scottish referees, I think the system is actually corrupt, fundamentally corrupt. And I think they've been cheating Celtic for the last maybe 40, 50 years in decisions, and the referees have refereed Celtic games in Scotland. And regardless, you can label me and how many other Celtic fans as paranoid, If you've got a degree in psychology, I might accept your diagnosis of my mental state, but when you analyse, decision after decision, Mike McCurry, that's against Celtic, but the decision had an influence in Celtic's result that season when Rangers were given dodgy penalties all over the place that game, dodgy decisions. Someone was talking about the George Cadetti affair, with that takes it right to the highest echelons of the SFA, where discrimination against Celtic per se is I would say is rife. Are thousands of Celtic fans paranoid and just to be dismissed as that, when we see, last season Majid Bagheera given a cheeky wink where maybe about 7 or 8 times he kept fouling and he was ready on a yellow card, and he gave a wink as if to say, I'm never going to get sent off here, and every Celtic fan would say, well, of course you're not going to get sent off because the referee's in the pocket of your team. So if is it free speech, does it exist? Well, I was on last week criticising Hugh Keevins and I went to listen to it back again and I wasn't on there. What's the problem with Radio Clyde? I'm not censored before in the past from going to a Celtic game, and most of your people are hacks who work for the media whose raison d'etre is just to slag off Celtic at every given course. Many Judas taking their 30 shekels of silver who are Celtic fans, but the only way they get a job in the media is to come on and be highly critical of Celtic. That's just the way it is when we're living in a country where only 700,000 people are Catholic, so the
Eddie.
Catholic. No, listen, Eddie, nothing, right?
Eddie,
discrimination in this country is rife. It's right up to the referees and the SFA. So cut me off if you want and silence me if you want.
Eddie, I'm the sports editor here, and you weren't cut out of any programme last week. But anyway, I'm going to ask you a question. Is this religious discrimination? Is this racial discrimination? What nonsense are you spouting?
Well, it's a mixture, and I was talking about the playback, how you cut off the playback, but just because I attacked Hugh Keevins. So I would say it's discrimination against Celtic as a club. Go back 50 years, Robert Kelly was told, take down the Irish tricolour. Well, why should we? Because we were born a club out of oppression, where the people who were massacred, 1 million people, and they had to flee for their lives, and the discrimination still exists to this day, because more than half the population is from the ancestors of the discrimination has been carrying about for over 150 years. The people fled for a life from Ireland to come here. Celtic was born because the Irish people were starving to death.
Yeah, Eddie, I don't need a history lesson, but I'm trying to get to your point. Are you suggesting that to become a referee, you have to have something in you against Celtic? Is that what you're saying?
I know friends who have Catholic sounding names who have been denied a job in coaching for the SFA, have been denied access to any type of progression through any ranks of the SFA, just the account of their name.
Eddie, thank you for your call. 0845